Hello, healers and health seekers. It's me, Hichoda, healing with medical medium information for about 3 years and a couple of months now. It's time for What's Up Wednesday, only that's spelled WHENSDAY, because when am I gonna post a video? When is Wednesday anymore? It's the week, today is Saturday. That's where I come here, talk to you about my healing journey and talk about what I have been up to. If you want to know what I'm healing from, links in the description below. So, I have been in a very contemplative space this past week and a half. I've honestly just been trying to slow down, tune into my own needs, and figure out what I need and how to meet those needs. I've been listening to a lot of Matt Kahn. I've been listening to a lot of medical medium, old radio shows, and even new ones. The one on leafy greens I listened to like 3-4 times. I really like that show. I've been taking the celery force, and I've been just trying to stay grounded in my body, because I just noticed lately a lot I'm very ungrounded, and being in the space that I'm in and sort of just waiting for resolution to being in this space, it takes me out a lot. I decided to take a break from Instagram for a while, a social media break. I really like Instagram. The reason I use it is there's a lot of people following the medical medium lifestyle on Instagram, and we all stay connected with each other and we all inspire each other, and I love that. I love that everyone just really does their best to support each other. People post really great recipes. There's a lot of inspiration there. They post their stories, and that is why I love Instagram. But when I get in a space like I've been in lately, because of the constant adrenaline and stress, I'm having more symptoms, and it makes me more crabby. I mean, irritability is one of my symptoms when it flares, and it's been a while since it's done that, but I have been in sort of a flare lately. Not as bad as some of the flares I've had in the past, and definitely not even anywhere close to how I was. I mean, I'm still functional within all of this. I occasionally do have to rest more and take more naps, but it's not bad. But when my routine and my flow is disrupted in this way, it starts to get to me. And the reason I stopped with Instagram for a while, I took a break, I took it off of my phone, is because I just noticed that instead of feeling uplifted and good and happy and inspired by the posts, I would get upset in some capacity. I'd be feeling judgmental, or that comparison monster would set in, where I was like, oh, they're doing this and I'm not doing that, or they're having this success and I'm not having that, or something like that. I don't know. It's like too many things swirling in my head, and then also when I go to sleep at night, it would just be chaos. I think because of just scrolling, and it wasn't like a mindful use of social media. I didn't feel capable of making posts for a while before I just made this decision, and I just thought, because I want to do something that means something, that's thoughtful, that puts something productive into the world, even if it's just to give somebody a smile one day. Nothing creative was happening in my head, and it just felt like a sort of a drain and the source of frustration. I would just be absent-mindedly checking my phone, and also the notifications, which I know you can turn off, and I did, but the notifications were distracting to me, and I'd be checking, and it just started to feel like, okay, this is taking too much of my life, and it was really disrupting my routine during the day. So I wasn't supporting my adrenals, and I wasn't supporting myself the way I needed to, and focusing on my self-care, because I was trying to help other people, or I would get in chats for really extended periods of time, which there's nothing wrong with that, and sometimes I really want to do that, and that's my choice. And I need to be mindful of when I decide to do that. It needs to be at a time that works in my routine to do it. So I realized, I think I need a break from this because just all of the different stresses that it's causing. And I uninstalled it from my phone so that I wouldn't accidentally check it. Completely uninstalled it from my phone. I did not shut down my account because I'm not intending to leave completely. It's just that I think I need to take a break, focus on self-care, reprioritize, take care of myself. Because I wasn't taking care of my adrenals. I wasn't supporting myself. And the way things are so overwhelming right now in my own life, I just need to do as much as I can for me, and I just need to do as much as I can just to take care of myself and my family right now. And then when things get back into a more normal routine, like a house, I just find it really, really difficult to keep up our routine in the RV. It's like it takes all of my concentration and focus just to... I gotta change the battery now. I had to change my setting because I apologize for the lighting, but if I turn on the other light, it's like the worst lighting ever, and I can't use that. It's bright, but it's the worst light. It's a fluorescent. It's awful. So this is gonna have to be the light right now. My family woke up. I had to change where I was in the RV because they're out there now and making a bunch of noise and shuffling around and all kinds of stuff. And I wasn't finished talking. My point was, Instagram was just becoming too invasive in my life. I don't really check Facebook very often, so I don't worry too much about that because I've kind of already, I don't really deal with Facebook very much. I honestly I post to Facebook from Instagram. Everything is Instagram focused. I love that connection, and I want the connection that it brings, but just the way it was making me feel and what it was doing to me, not that it was doing to me, but what I was doing to myself using it and how unconscious it was becoming. I just thought, you know what? I'm not in a good space right now. This is not a good space for me to be on Instagram because I'm judging myself. And I know sometimes it just gets easier to focus outward, and I really needed to be focusing inward. Like, that's the important thing for me right now, is to just focus inward, focus on what I can deal with, because I'm having a hard time in here, I'm this flare because of this just constant adrenaline of not knowing when or where or if we're gonna find a house. It's wearing on me, and it has been wearing on me for months. Like, we've been in this RV since April, and it's just been constant stress since then. And we're not in here for fun. We're not having fun in here. So I have to just slow down and do what I can and be grounded. Just get myself grounded in my body and focus on my healing routine and focus on what my body really needs and do what I can. To that end, I have been taking the Celery Force. Medical Medium talked about in his recent live, when he just did a live about Celery Force. I feel like he was kind of talking to me. Have you had a lot of brain fog lately? Yes, I have. It's been really hard. The brain fog does not make things any easier. And I think that Instagram can contribute to the brain fog, to be honest. Like, it doesn't help when you have brain fog to be like kind of mindlessly scrolling social media. It just doesn't, and it affects my dreams. It was just too much. So, yep, taking a break from that. And so I started taking the Celery Force, and I do actually think it's been helping. I don't know if I'm taking enough, because he talked about how much he took. I don't remember exactly how much he said he took, but he said he took a few a day. He took it a few times a day, a few times a day. And he said, but I'm not sick. And what I heard him say when he said that is, I don't need as much as you guys do because I can take a smaller dose. I have friends who heard him say the opposite, but for me, I interpreted it that way, and I talked to some other people who also interpreted it that way, because having done this a while, it's like, that you kind of need more supplements when you're sick, because you need more immune system support, you need more nervous system support. And by supplements, I'm also talking about teas and tinctures, herbs. And yeah. Anyway, so I've been taking more than he said he took. And I've been taking it like 4 times a day. And I do find it helpful. And I almost think I could take more. But I do find it helpful. I feel more clear. So instead of Instagram on my phone, I've been learning Spanish using Duolingo. I love that little app. You could just take a couple minutes and do a couple rounds. I find that I'm retaining, I've done that before like a few times when trying to learn Spanish, and I find that this time around I'm actually retaining the information better, and like I'm understanding the distinction between the words. I think part of that is because I've done it before, and part of that is I'm a little clearer. So yeah, I'm just focusing on my healing routine and things that I need to do to really support my body through this really rough time. And adrenal snacks is so important, and eating at very regular intervals. So I'm really trying to do that, make sure I do that, because when I would sort of mindlessly check Instagram, like hours could go by and I wouldn't be eating something, or not enough, or not like the right mix. So I'm trying to really focus on getting the greens in, and I am thinking I'm gonna go back to doing the 28-day cleanse again. And I really sat down and read it a couple days ago. I really sat down and reread the whole chapter on the Medical Medium 28-day cleanse in the first book, Medical Medium, Secrets Behind Chronic and Mystery Illness and How to Finally Heal. And I really just focused on all of it, and I was like, okay, I remember what this was, not from memory, but just read it like I was reading it for the first time. So I think I'm gonna do that for a while again. And I'm gonna write down the foods that are the most important to me for my specific symptoms and healing and what I'm trying to create right now. And I'm just gonna focus on that. I had a dream last night. Speaking of that, I had a bunch of dreams and they all kind of blend together, and I'd wake up and not remember what I just dreamed. But I knew I was just doing something, and I was like, what was it? Like the most recent time I woke up, I dreamed that I was trying to recreate cornbread, and I was like, okay, I'll use almond flour because it has sort of that grit. I don't know why. But it's just a weird thing that I remember about that dream. There's other stuff too, but I had this other dream last night that I had cancer. And I was like, right, okay, raw food it is, because I've always known if I ever got that diagnosis that that's what I would do. But then I woke up and I thought, how would I get that diagnosis? Why would I be at a doctor getting any kind of cancer screening? Like, I wouldn't be in that situation. So I was like, what a weird dream. Anyway, it's weird because now later that I've woken up, and when I first woke up, I could only remember that part of it, but now I'm kind of remembering other parts of it, which aren't relevant. I'm not going to talk about my dreams really, because how boring. So, but that cancer dream was weird. But even in the dream, I was like, right, okay, it didn't upset me. It wouldn't upset me. It'd be like, okay, time for raw food. This is what we do. You know, time to pull out the big guns. Pow, 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 and just really focus on those cancer healing foods and supplements. And that's what I would do. So that's what I did in the dream. I was like, all right, that's the universe saying, don't stop playing around with your food. Stop trying to figure out whatever, and stop, just get on the raw. Maybe that was sort of a little bit of a nudge from the universe saying, that's what you really want to do, so just do it. So yeah, anyway, I'm going back to the 28-day cleanse. I was listening to, I've been listening to so many older medical medium radio shows, and I was listening to one from around the time of when he had just published only the first book. When he was talking about the 28-day cleanse, he had said something about it, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go back to it again, because I did it for 49 days this summer, and it went really well until it didn't, like flushing out the lymph and stuff. I just noticed, like, when I eat all day and I support my adrenals, it's just better. I just really want to kind of go back to basics is what I feel like. I'm like, just go back to basics, go back to the beginning, do a restart, and let's do this. And so I think that's what I'm going to do. And I'm not on Instagram now, so for just currently, so I can't be like, hey, does anyone want to do it with me? But if that's what you're inclined to do, you can let me know on the comments here and YouTube. And we can connect that way. I'm sorry I haven't been answering my YouTube comments lately. I'm going to improve them and answer them. Because all my comments are moderated. So I have to approve them before I respond to them. And I've read them. And you guys always bring smiles to my face, and thank you. Thank you for all your comments. I promise I will answer them. I've just really been in this contemplative space lately, and I haven't been able to answer them yet. But I will. So don't not leave comments. Like, leave comments. I'll get to them. Eventually I will answer them. I swear. This kid. Pendleton always likes to be around me when I'm doing stuff. Like if I'm making a video, he's going to be in it in some capacity. He'll put himself in it, won't you? Yeah. If I'm in the bathroom, he lays outside the bathroom. He just likes to be around the humans. So yeah, this very contemplative space, and contemplative space I've been in. I've just been really thinking about things and focusing on things and just listening to the information and reading the information again and listening to Matt Kahn. And oh man, Matt Kahn is doing a program right now the first he's doing a program right now, and I can't even remember what day it is, where he's doing like a free call every month, and it's like a directed energy for the world. And so, we do sort of a meditation, and we send energy to where it's needed in the world, like the rainforests and the children and the Native American people. This last call was about really supporting the Native American people to have a voice and to heal all that's happened to them. It was so powerful, and I really loved it. And he talked about like grounding into your body, just like even if you just do it 3 times a day, like doing it for yourself helps the planet. And just feeling your feet on the ground. And when you feel your feet on the ground, you're immediately grounded into your body. And we did do like another grounding exercise for the planet and stuff like that. Anyway, these calls are really powerful. I highly recommend getting in on this program if you can. They're really good calls. He's doing another couple of free calls too. And just check out Matt Kahn's website, because he's got all these neat programs going on. And he doesn't charge very much for his stuff either, like a lot of people would, He just really wants to get the information out there. That's why he's doing the free calls. He's like, it's just important, and it's not about the money. I respect that. And anyway, Matt Kahn's teachings really do help me a lot. They help me slow down and ground into my body and love myself. So when I'm feeling all judgmental about myself and judgmental about other people, remembering, oh, okay, that's just something that's coming up to be healed in me. And what there is for me to do is to stop and put my hand on my heart and say, I love you to myself. And love the one who's having the judgment. And realize, okay, it's coming up. It wants attention because it wants to be healed. It wants to be healed. So these kinds of things are coming up in me right now. And that's just okay. It's just okay. And I'm just going to love myself through it and let it remind me to ground me into my body, like feel my feet on the earth and and thank the earth for her energy. Pendleton coming up and just purring all over me and I feel all good now. I love that cat. Okay. Thank you so much for just being a part of this journey with me and for yourselves. And I'm so proud of us for doing the work. I'm so proud of you for doing the hard work and for doing the good work for your body and for yourself and your healing. And I'm proud of me too, because look at us. Look at us willing to go through it. Look at us willing to just face what's in front of us and take it on and go, okay, I need to regroup. I need to reset. I need to recalibrate. That's okay. I need to breathe. I need to breathe. So my work right now is to breathe, to ground into my body, to support my adrenals, just to keep my routine going. And no matter what I'm doing, I'm always still eating the healing foods. I'm not going into no foods territory or anything like that. It's just there's a way that there's certain things I want to have in my routine every day. And so it's just keeping that flow going so that I'm making sure that I'm eating every 60 to 90 minutes or even less sometimes, keeping it going. Because right now that's what I need to do to get through the stress and just to focus and to contemplate and to think about and to be with what there is to be with. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being a part of this journey. I love you so much. I am so proud of you. I wish you so many blessings on your continued healing journey. Thumbs up if you like this video. You can subscribe to my channel by hitting the subscribe button, and you can hit the bell next to it if you want to be notified when I post new videos. I recommend hitting that bell since I am so inconsistent about when I post. When I'm good, when I'm on, when I'm with it, I post every Wednesday, and then I'll even post Monday and Friday, and I'm always like, that is like an excellent optimal week for me when I get 3 videos posted in a week. And when I'm in a space like this, it's like, not even 1 a week sometimes. But it is what it is. I love doing the videos, and sometimes I'm not in a space to, and today I was. Surprisingly, I wasn't planning on making a video today, and I did. Anyway, stay curious, my healers and health seekers, and remember that you can heal. You can. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.